Good evening, this is All India Radio Kohima. I am Nobin Pradhan with the evening news and these are the headlines. Countrywide Pulse Polio Programme for 2021 begins today. Nagaland joins rest of the country in launching Polio Immunization Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India's fight against coronavirus and its vaccination program is exemplary for the world. And Nagaland today reports 4 fresh cases of COVID-19 positive. The details. The Countrywide Pulse Polio Programme for 2021 began today. President Ramnath Kovind launched the program on the eve of the Polio National Immunization Day by administering polio drops to children less than 5 years old at Rashtrapati Bhavan yesterday. The day is also popularly known as Polio Ravivar. Speaking on the launch of the program, Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said polio-free certification of the entire Southeast Asia region of WHO, including India, on the 27th of March 2014 was a huge accomplishment in the history of India and global public health. However, the Union Health Minister stressed on the need to remain vigilant and maintain the population immunity against polio with sensitive surveillance till global polio eradication happens. He said polio virus is still circulating in other parts of the world, including our neighboring countries, which may reinfect us. Dr. Vardhan said to provide additional protection to the children, the Government of India has also introduced injectable inactivated polio vaccine into its routine immunization program. Nagaland also joined the rest of the country in launching the Polio Immunization Day today. A state-level launching program was held at Naga Hospital Authority Kohima NHAK this morning. Principal Director of Health and Family Welfare Dr. Vizolia Z. Sukre administered the first polio drops to a 3 years old and 4 months old boy, Vikeshir. Speaking at the launching program, Dr. Sukre said, "Our country has a robust public health system." He said it is because of this robust health system everyone has witnessed how India fought against the coronavirus. Dr. Sukre called upon the citizens to fight together against this disease by ensuring polio vaccine to children so that we all overcome the disease and give a gift of polio-free world to our children. State Immunization Officer Dr. Ritu Thur said more than 150,000 children is expected to be immunized in 2,206 polio booths, which is manned by 9,096 health personnel and 441 supervisors. On the occasion, Deputy Commissioner Kohima, Mission Director NHM Nagaland, Managing Director NHAK and other health officials administered the polio drops to children. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that India's fight against the coronavirus and its vaccination program has turned out to be exemplary for the world. He said India is undertaking the biggest COVID vaccine program as well as vaccinating citizens faster than anywhere in the world. Addressing the nation in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio today, Modi expressed pride that in just 15 days, India has vaccinated over 30 lakh corona warriors. He said that Made in India vaccine is a symbol of India's self-reliance and self-pride. Modi stated that India is able to serve the world today since it is capable and self-reliant in the field of medicines and vaccines. He said the same thought underpins the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign. The Prime Minister said the beginning of this year marks the completion of almost 1 year of India's battle against corona. He said India is going to commence the celebration of 75 years of independence, Amrit Mahotsav. Modi termed it an excellent time to explore places associated with heroes of freedom struggle. As India will celebrate 75 years of freedom, he said these writings will be the best tribute to those heroes of freedom. He also said an initiative has been taken for young writers for the purpose of India 75. The Prime Minister invited people to be a part of this initiative. Information about this can be accessed from the website of the Ministry of Education. Nagaland today reported 4 fresh cases of COVID-19 positive, while there was no report of any recoveries from the infection. In a tweet, Minister for Health and Family Welfare S. Pangnyuphom said 4 new cases were detected from Kohima. With that, the total confirmed cases in the state stands at 12,094, while 11,806 persons have recovered from the infection. Currently, there are 56 active COVID-19 cases in the state. You are listening to the news from All India Radio, Kohima. In view of the budget session of Parliament, Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu held a meeting of leaders of all parties in the upper house today. Naidu made a fervent appeal to leaders of various parties and groups in the house to ensure effective functioning of the house. In response, the leaders assured that there will be full participation in all the debates and discussions in the house. it was decided that instead of the scheduled sitting on the 15th of February as the last of the first part of the budget session, the House will sit on the 13th before adjourning to enable the department-related parliamentary committees to examine demands for grants of various departments and ministries. Further, to leaders seeking more time for discussing the motion of thanks to the President and the general budget, the Rajya Sabha chairman asked the Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi and others concerned to rework the time schedule. Regarding time management in the House, Naidu observed that ministers should learn the art of speaking in brief and to the point, both while moving the bills for consideration and replying at the end of the debates, so that members get more time to speak. Nagaland State Department of Health and Family Welfare has informed that all food business operators of the state who are applying for FSSAI license or registration has to be done online via foscus.fssai.gov.in. Principal Director and Additional Food Safety Commissioner Dr. Vizole Z. Sokre in a press statement said that submission of fees through Treasury Challan will not be applicable for all states and union territories, including railways, as per the directives of Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. The statement further stated that for any assistance, the concerned applicant may contact the designated officer or food safety officer of their respective district at the Chief Medical Office. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has informed that cinema halls in the country will be allowed to operate with 100% capacity starting from February. He said cinema halls have been asked to encourage online ticket bookings. Javadekar said that sufficient gap between two shows should also be ensured to maintain proper sanitization and hygiene standards. MLA Y. Vikheosu has said that Village Development Board VDB secretaries have very important role to play for the development of the rural masses. Speaking at the 16th Annual Conference of Village Development Board Association of Pogobato yesterday, Su asked them to set long-term targets to uplift the economic condition of their respective villages. The MLA also emphasized that the role of the VDB secretary is not only to disburse funds to the beneficiary, but they are to assist, supervise and assure that the funds are utilized judiciously for overall development. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, wash hands frequently with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer, and follow social distancing norms. And to end the news, a reminder of the headlines. Countrywide Pulse Polio Programme for 2021 begins today. Nagaland joins rest of the country in launching Polio Immunization Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India's fight against coronavirus and his vaccination program is exemplary for the world. And Nagaland today reports 4 fresh cases of COVID-19 positive. And that's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.